Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Hentges with Beyond the Chart. And in this stock chart analysis video, we're going to take a look at Apple and look at it from a long-term perspective and then on the daily chart and see what the Elliott Wave picture is telling us. So stay tuned. All right, so what you're looking at here is the long-term weekly chart of Apple, and here's how I've got the wave count laid out. I believe it's had a huge bull run from the July 1982 low, to the May 2015 high. Okay, and that high was $134.54 and split adjusted. The split adjusted low was 19.6 cents down here, up 686 times. So that is one heck of a move. And here's how the wave counts are laid out. 1, 2, cycle wave 1, cycle wave 2, and then this cannot be cycle wave 3 and then 4 because 4 cannot overlap 1. So we continue to count the wave count in here, and the same thing. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2 until you get a completed 5 waves. So now we have 1, 2, and we complete cycle wave 3 all the way up here in 2012. Okay, and so this wave structure, and sometimes because of semi-log, this is on a semi-log basis, it keeps all of this in proportion percentage wise. 1 inch on the chart percentage wise equals 1 inch in the chart up here percentage wise. Okay, it also allows you to see the waves nice and clear down here at all levels. Let me give you an example. If you take this off and convert it to just arithmetic chart, that's the picture that you get. And you really don't get a chance to see the wave structure down in here. You can see how exponential the move started to become from like 2008 beyond, and the kind of big corrective moves. So when you look at this wave 4 right here, let's just remember this. Look at the move and how big it looks. And let's come back in here. So sometimes those corrective moves are a little bit deceiving. That's that same wave 4, okay? So it corrected quite a bit dollar-wise and percentage-wise, but where do you have to measure it? You measure it from this low to here, and this actually corrected like 68%. I mean, it was pretty big correction, but you could clearly see that on the arithmetic chart. So anyway, so this is the count we've got, and I believe we've had, let me zoom in a little bit. We've got 5 completed waves that we had up in here, and this final wave move up now. And so now we're correcting. So we've got to correct. If we've got 5 impulse waves up, we're going to have 3 corrective waves back. And at a minimum, we're going to go to the bottom of wave 4, I believe. Okay, many times. It's not a rule. It's just it's a common occurrence. Let's put it that way. That when you correct, you pull back into the wave 4, usually the low of wave 4. So I would say at a minimum, we're looking at a pullback into 55. So when you look at this and you say, well, wow, can it really pull back to 55 from 135 back to 55? Yeah, I mean, look at the kind of corrective action that it's done in the past. I mean, it's not unusual to see the kind of corrective moves that this stock has made. And if you want to see, you saw the exponential type move, take a look at Cisco. If you don't think things can correct quite a bit after you have an exponential move, you need to think again about that, because they can. All right, so let's take a look again. Here's what we're looking at. I believe we've gotten an A move, a 5-wave A move back, and now we're into some kind of B. The reason I have the question mark here is because B could morph into something else. It could be a triangle, it could become some other kind of shape, but right now my best count is that this has been a B move back and that we're doing one of C. And let me take a look at the daily chart so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's the 1, a flat 2, an A, B, C, flat, strong wave 3, a zigzag 4, and then a 5th wave down for A, and I think we got a B pullback here, and now we've started another wave count of C. C should be 5 waves. So that's why I'm looking at that and counting it. And remember, these things can become very complex once they get into corrective modes. All you have to do is look at this corrective move from 1987, the peak in 1987 to 1997. Look at this kind of corrective mess. and how complex it can become. So, we just have to keep trying to watch the wave count and just recognize the fact that we are in a corrective mode on Apple Computer right now. I think at a minimum we're looking at the 55 to 60 zone, so we'll continue to watch that. All right, if you felt like the video was helpful, please hit the like button, the YouTube thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscriber button here on the screen and subscribe, and remember to share the video also. So hope you found that helpful, and we'll see you on the next video.